Hello to everyone watching this. First, we want to wish you a happy new year. We hope this year brings you peace, strength, discipline, clarity, and the positive changes you have been hoping for. Welcome to 2026, a new year and a fresh start. This video can help you create the life you want. Let's continue. You are watching this because something inside you feels ready for change. You want to create something better in your life. In this video, you will learn how to change your life step by step. These are real, powerful steps that actually work. This video will also help you improve your English. You will listen, learn, and start thinking in English naturally. Here's more. If you are serious about changing your life and your language, consider subscribing. Let's start this year with positive energy. Step 1 involves letting go of your past self. This step helps you free yourself from old patterns. Many people enter a new year with the same pain, guilt, and regrets. This often makes it hard for their life to change. Notice this. You cannot create a new life while holding on to an old identity. You cannot walk into 2026 as a winner if you are still carrying the failures of 2025. Imagine trying to run a race while carrying a heavy bag. You might take a few steps, but soon you will feel tired. This happens not because you are weak, but because you refuse to let go of what slows you down. Keep listening. That heavy bag represents your past. The lies you told yourself, the promises you broke, the people who hurt you, the goals you never started, the time you wasted, the habits you never changed. You do not need to carry these things anymore. The truth is simple. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your potential. Let's look at this. Here are 5 helpful ways to let go of your past self. First, write a letter to your old self. Sit quietly and write to the version of you from 2025. Say everything you need to say. Tell yourself you forgive and understand. But now you are moving forward. This works because the brain responds to rituals. This helps your mind recognize an ending. If you want a new chapter, it helps to close the old one first. There's more to explore. Second, identify the top 3 habits that held you back last year. Was it overthinking, scrolling late at night, eating poorly when stressed, or negative self-talk? Consider writing them down on paper. Bring them into the light where you can see them clearly. Then make a simple declaration. These 3 habits will not enter 2026 with me. Here's what happens next. Third, consider changing your environment. The same environment often triggers the same behavior patterns. If your room looks like 2025, your mind may think like 2025. Try cleaning your space and rearranging your desk. You might delete apps that do not serve you well. Put gentle reminders on your walls, like "This is the year I change." Even one small shift in your environment can begin a shift in your identity. This connects to what comes next. Fourth, stop calling yourself by your old limiting names. Your brain listens to what you say about yourself. If you keep saying, "I am lazy, I am always tired, I never finish what I start, I cannot learn English, I am not good enough," your brain will believe these words. This year, speak like the person you want to become. Say, "I am learning every day. I am becoming stronger. I am consistent now. I am not who I used to be." When your language changes, your identity starts to catch up. Something interesting follows. Fifth, visualize yourself free from the past. Close your eyes and imagine you are holding a box. Inside the box is everything you did not like about 2025. The laziness, the mistakes, the failure, the fear, the relationships that did not serve you, the wasted time. Now imagine dropping the box, turning around and walking away. This is not just imagination. This is brain training. Your subconscious believes what you feel and visualize. Let's keep going. You cannot build something new on a broken foundation. You need to release the past version of yourself. The version that felt scared, lazy, weak, or lost. Not to hate it, but to honor how far you have come. You can say thank you, but I am not that person anymore. Step 2 involves changing your mindset. More on this now. If you want to change your life in 2026, start with your mindset. Your thoughts are not just thoughts. They are instructions to your brain. Your brain listens, your body follows, and your life is shaped by the thoughts you think every single day. Many people try to change their habits. They write down new goals, buy a new planner, and feel excited in January. But nothing actually changes for them. Notice this. This happens because their mindset stays the same. They still think like the old version of themselves. If you do not upgrade your mindset, you may keep repeating the same patterns even if the calendar says 2026. So mindset is important. Mindset is not just motivation or positive thinking alone. Let's continue. Mindset is the lens through which you see your life. If that lens is full of fear, self-doubt, guilt, and excuses, then everything in your life will be affected. Even good opportunities may look risky. Even your best talents may feel useless. Even your strongest dreams may feel impossible. Your mindset acts as a filter. If the filter is unclear, the picture is never clear. Here's more. A weak mindset often sounds like this: I cannot do this, I might fail, I am not good enough, I am not ready yet. People might judge me, I always give up, maybe I will try next time, I am not like those successful people. That is not laziness or lack of intelligence. That is just programming, a voice that got repeated so many times it became a belief. Keep listening. The good news is this: your mindset is not fixed. It is flexible and can be rebuilt. When you rebuild it, your life follows. First, replace negative questions with power questions. Your brain is like a machine. It answers whatever question you ask it. When you ask a limiting question, you get a limiting answer. When you ask a power question, you get a helpful answer. This leads us forward. A limiting question might be, why am I like this? The answer your brain gives could be, because you are a failure. A power question would be, what is one small step I can take today? The answer becomes, clean your room, go for a walk, or work on that project. Another limiting question is, what if this does not work? The answer might be, then you will waste your time again. A power question is, what if this works better than I imagined? The answer becomes, then 2026 will be a great year. You can see the difference here. You do not need to change your whole life in one day. You just need to ask better questions every day. There's more to explore. Second, change your self-talk patterns. Your brain listens to your voice more than anyone else's. If you keep telling yourself, I am not good at this, I always mess things up, I am not smart enough, I cannot speak English well, then your brain will believe you and confirm it. Something interesting follows. However, if you start telling yourself, I am getting better, I learn quickly, I stay consistent now, I speak more clearly every day, then your brain will adjust and follow. It will rewire itself over time. What you say repeatedly, you become. So speak to yourself like someone you admire. Talk to yourself like someone you believe in. Even if it feels unusual at first, keep doing it. The brain changes through repetition. Let's look at this. Third, install new beliefs every morning. Every morning when you wake up, your mind is fresh and open. It is waiting for instructions. If the first thing you do is check your phone, compare yourself to others, or scroll social media, then you have already lost the battle for your mindset that day. Here's what happens next. Instead, use that morning moment to install power into your mind. Consider saying this every morning. Today I think like my future self. Today I act like someone with purpose. Today I show discipline. Today I speak with confidence. Today I do what I said I would do. These are not just words, these are brain instructions. Say them, feel them, and repeat them. Mindset is not a one-time decision. It is a daily ritual. This connects to what comes next. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your mindset. If you want to rise higher, upgrade the way you think. Train your mind like a warrior. Talk to yourself like a leader. Challenge every weak thought and replace it with something stronger. In 2026, your brain can become your ally. Step 3 involves learning one useful skill in 2026. Keep listening. One skill can make you valuable. One skill can give you freedom. One skill can help you reduce financial stress. One skill can build confidence faster than motivational quotes. One skill can take you from invisible to unstoppable. In 2026, consider choosing one skill and going deep with it. Let's continue. Many people try to learn 5 things at once. A little English, a little writing, a little designing, a little coding. They often become average at all of them. Consider being the person who focuses fully on one thing and becomes skilled at it. Here's more. Think of it this way. Many people do 100 things at a basic level, but successful people do one thing at an advanced level. That is the difference between noise and mastery. First, consider communication skills. Learn how to speak clearly, express ideas well, and connect with people through words. Learning English can be especially helpful if you have not already. Notice this. In today's world, communication equals opportunity. If you cannot express yourself clearly, people may not fully trust you. When you can speak with clarity, doors open for you. Your voice is your power. Consider training it. Second, consider a digital or technical skill. Learn how to work with technology. This could be video editing, graphic design, web development, SEO, social media marketing, automation, basic coding, or podcast editing. There's more to explore. These are real skills that help real people and can be paid work. The best part is that most of them can be learned online for free. You do not need a college degree, you just need curiosity and consistency. Third, consider learning about money. Learn how money works, how to save it, how to grow it, how to manage it, and how to invest it. This leads us forward. Earning money is not enough anymore. If you do not understand money principles, you may always struggle financially, no matter how hard you work. Learn the difference between income and assets. Learn about compound interest. Learn how to build a small business or side income. These skills are not just nice to have, they are essential. Here is a simple strategy to master any skill. Something interesting follows. First, focus on one skill for the next 90 days. Avoid multitasking or switching after 2 weeks. Pick one skill, stick to it, and build momentum. Second, learn in English when possible. Choose English YouTube videos, read English books or blogs, and take notes in English. Speak about what you learned in English. That way you grow 2 skills at the same time. Your chosen skill plus your language fluency. This is called compound growth, and it works well. Let's look at this. Third, create something every week. Learning alone is not enough. You need to create regularly. Make something each week. This could be a video, a design, a blog post, a voice recording, an app, a lesson, or a post on social media. Action creates confidence. Learning without creating equals staying in the same place. Here's what happens next. Let's say you choose video editing. You spend 30 minutes a day learning on YouTube in English. You start editing short videos for practice. You make one new project every weekend. You improve with each one. You listen to feedback. You join an online community for support. Keep listening. After 90 days, you can start offering your services. After 6 months, you feel confident in your abilities. By the end of the year, you can turn it into a business opportunity. You have not just learned a skill. You have changed your income potential. You have built your identity. You have upgraded your brain. You have transformed your life. That is the power of one useful skill. This connects to what comes next. You do not need to do everything in 2026. You just need to do one thing really well. Choose your skill thoughtfully. Develop it daily. Train with it regularly. Practice with it consistently. Create with it weekly. Let it lead you into a future where you are no longer stuck, scared, or dependent on others. One skill, one decision, 1 year. This is your time. Step 4 involves keeping yourself happy in 2026. There's more to explore. Consider chasing peace, not just success. Chase balance. Chase the version of you that feels calm, centered, and alive, not just busy and tired all the time. The question becomes, what is the point of reaching all your goals if you lose yourself on the way? Let's continue. We live in a world where people often get distracted easily. They think happiness comes from more money, more likes, more attention, or more success. Real happiness is not found only in the future. It is created in the present moment. So how can you keep yourself happy even when life gets challenging? Here's more. First, stop waiting for big reasons to feel happy. Many people say things like, I will be happy when I earn more. I will be happy when I lose weight. I will be happy when I move out. I will be happy when I finally succeed. That is a limiting mindset, because it means your happiness is always in the future, always one achievement away, always depending on things you do not fully control. Notice this. Instead, consider celebrating the small things every single day. You woke up today. That is a positive thing. You ate something warm. That is good. You studied for 30 minutes. That is progress. You helped someone. That matters. Start treating small things like they are important, because they are. Happiness is not just a goal. It is a way of living each day. Let's look at this. Second, build a simple joy routine for yourself. Every day, do one small thing that fills your heart with warmth. It could be listening to your favorite song, drinking tea in silence, walking without your phone, laughing with a friend, watching the sunrise, hugging your parent, reading a powerful quote, talking to God, or dancing when no one is watching you. Here's what happens next. The specific activity does not matter as much. What matters is that you do it every day with intention. No guilt, no rush, no shame. Just joy scheduled like a habit you respect. Third, protect your energy from sources that drain you. Happiness is also about what you choose to avoid. This leads us forward. Consider staying away from people who always complain, always judge others, never appreciate anything, only call when they need something or make you feel small. These people do not believe in your dreams. It does not matter if they are family, friends, or co-workers. Your peace is your responsibility to protect. Set boundaries when needed. Learn to say no when appropriate. Something interesting follows. Your mental health is more important than other people's opinions of you. You are not responsible for fixing everyone around you. You are responsible for healing yourself first. Fourth, consider being happy now, not later. Even while you work toward goals, you do not have to choose between effort and happiness. You can enjoy the process of growth. Keep listening. You can enjoy progress. You can enjoy learning, growing, and becoming better. You can say, I am not where I want to be yet, but I am proud I started. I made mistakes, but at least I am not quitting. Today was hard, but I am stronger because of it. I did not get results yet, but I showed up. This mindset creates emotional stability, and that stability becomes your strength in life. Let's continue. When others feel overwhelmed, you can stay grounded. Keeping yourself happy is not about being fake or pretending. It is not about smiling all the time, regardless of how you feel. Here's more. It is about taking control of your energy each day. It is about choosing joy even in small moments. It is about building a life you do not need to escape from regularly. You do not need more things. You need more stillness and peace. In 2026, choose to create a life where peace becomes your power. Step 5 involves being present. Notice this. This moment right now is the only thing that truly exists. The past is gone and you cannot change it. The future has not arrived yet and you cannot touch it. However, your mind often travels to other times. You eat but think about work. You spend time with family but think about your phone. You work but think about your mistakes. You rest but feel guilty about not doing more. There's more to explore. This is called mental time travel, and it is one of the biggest causes of stress, anxiety, fear, and regret. The path to peace and productivity is simple. Learn to live fully in the present moment. Presence gives you power. When you are fully in the moment, your mind becomes focused, your heart becomes calm, your energy becomes clean, and your actions become much more effective. Let's look at this. Imagine two people learning English. Person A is fully present with no distractions, mind 100% focused, and no negative self-talk. Person B is half present, thinking about mistakes, comparing with others, and doubting their progress. After 30 minutes, the person who learned more, felt better, and grew faster is obvious. Presence multiplies results. Here's what happens next. First, practice micro-presence exercises. You do not need to become a monk or meditate for hours. Just start with 1-minute presence exercises. When you brush your teeth, do it with full attention. When you drink water, feel it go down your throat. When you walk, feel your feet touch the ground. This trains your brain to focus better. Over time, this focus becomes a valuable skill. This connects to what comes next. Second, do one thing at a time. Multitasking is not effective. Your brain can only focus deeply on one thing at a time. If you are talking and scrolling, working and texting, or studying and watching videos, you are not present. You are scattered mentally. Choose one task, give it your full presence, then move to the next. Something interesting follows. This is how high performers operate effectively. This is also how you protect your peace of mind. Third, name your feelings instead of avoiding them. When you feel angry, pause and say, I am feeling angry right now. When you feel anxious, pause and say, I am feeling anxious. When you feel happy, say it, feel it, and breathe it in. Keep listening. This sounds simple, but it is powerful. Naming your emotion brings you back to the present moment. It gives your brain clarity. You can see it, accept it, and manage it better. Ignoring emotions creates more stress. Facing them creates more peace. Fourth, consider putting your phone down more often. Let's continue. This one is challenging but essential. Your phone is a powerful tool but also the biggest thief of presence. You might check it 50 times a day, often for nothing important. Try this approach. Turn off notifications. Set 3 specific check times per day. Leave your phone in another room when working. Walk without your phone sometimes. Eat without your phone. Talk to people while looking into their eyes, not at your screen. These small acts bring you back to life, to reality, and to presence. Here's more. Fifth, create stillness every day. You do not need to meditate for 1 hour. Just sit in silence for 5 minutes. No music, no noise, no scrolling. Just you, your breath, and your thoughts. Let your brain breathe. Let your soul speak to you. Notice this. This stillness will reset your nervous system. It will clean the mental clutter and it will help you face life with more strength. Being present does not mean you ignore your goals. It means you stop living in imaginary stress. It means you stop wasting the only time you actually have, which is now. There's more to explore. In 2026, consider mastering this simple truth. The present moment is your most powerful tool. Use it with respect, live it with attention, and build your future one focused moment at a time. Step 6 involves taking care of your body and mind in 2026. Let's look at this. If you want to build something great, a new career, a new skill, or a new version of yourself, you need two things working in harmony: your body and your mind. Not one or the other, not later. Both now. Dreaming big requires having the energy to chase those dreams. Learning, planning, and setting goals requires a brain that is rested, focused, and emotionally stable. Here's what happens next. Your physical and mental health are the foundation of everything you will achieve this year. So let's build that foundation the right way. First, sleep like it matters. This is where many people struggle. They work hard, scroll endlessly, and sacrifice their sleep. Then they wonder why they feel tired, foggy, depressed, and unmotivated. This connects to what comes next. Sleep is not a luxury item. It is your fuel for life. Without 7 to 8 hours of deep sleep, your brain cannot focus well. Your memory becomes weak, your willpower goes down, your emotions become unstable, and your creativity disappears. In 2026, treat your sleep like your most important meeting of the day. Something interesting follow. Here are some tips. Avoid your phone 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Sleep and wake at the same time every day. Make your room dark and cool. Use your bed only for sleep, not scrolling. Think of 3 things you are grateful for before sleeping. Great mornings begin with great nights. Keep listening. Second, eat with awareness, not emotion. Food is not just about taste. It is about fuel, focus, and function. In 2026, consider treating your body with respect. If you fill it with junk food, you will feel like junk. Sugary snacks reduce your energy. Processed food makes your brain foggy. Overeating makes you lazy. Emotional eating leads to guilt and more stress. Let's continue. Consider eating like someone who respects their body. Here is a simple rule. Eat food that was alive once, not manufactured in a lab. More real food includes fruits, vegetables, clean protein, and water. Less fake food means fewer chips, soda, fried items, and energy drinks. Here's more. Also, drink more water throughout the day. Your brain runs on it. Many people are not tired. They are dehydrated. Third, move every day, no matter what happens. Movement is medicine for your body and mind. If you do not move your body, your emotions get stuck. Your mind slows down. Your stress builds up. Your discipline disappears. Notice this. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need to look like a model. You just need to move your body. Walk, stretch, do push-ups, dance, run, do yoga, do jumping jacks in your room, or take stairs instead of elevators. Just do something physical every single day. When your body moves, your brain unlocks. In 2026, your energy will decide how far you go. There's more to explore. Fourth, protect your mental health carefully. Your mind is like a garden. If you do not take care of it, unwanted things will grow. Stress, fear, overthinking, anxiety, and negativity can take over. Here is how to protect your mind in 2026. Let's look at this. Limit social media use. You do not need to see everything. Talk to someone you trust when you need support. Do not suffer in silence. Journal your thoughts to let them out of your head. Do deep breathing for 5 minutes a day. Replace negative inputs with positive ones. Avoid overthinking by taking small action steps. Here's what happens next. Fifth, read every day, even for 10 minutes. Reading is not just learning. It is healing for your mind. In a world full of noise, reading is silence. In a world full of opinions, reading is clarity. In a world full of distraction, reading is focus. This connects to what comes next. When you read, your brain sharpens, your vocabulary grows, your thinking becomes deeper, your imagination becomes wider, your emotional strength multiplies, you start understanding the world and yourself better. Even 10 minutes of reading a day can reduce your stress, improve your English, teach you new perspectives, help you think critically, build your discipline, and improve your speaking. Something interesting follows. Start small with reading. Read one paragraph, one page, one chapter, or one idea at a time. Highlight what touches your heart. Underline what moves your soul. Take notes. Reflect on what you read. Apply it to your life. One sentence from the right book can change the way you see your entire life. Keep listening. Make this a rule in 2026. I feed my body with food. I feed my mind with books. Remember, reading is not a race. It is not about how many books you finish. It is about how many ideas you live by. So read like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Let's continue. If you do not take care of your body, where will you live? If you do not take care of your mind, how will you think, speak, decide, or grow? This year, consider focusing not just on goals, but on the machine that helps you achieve them. Your body and brain. Energy is the real wealth. When you have it, everything becomes possible. Step 7 involves breathing and centering yourself. Here's more. In 2026, the world will keep rushing, people will keep shouting, your phone will keep buzzing. Deadlines, notifications, opinions, and expectations will continue. However, in the middle of all that noise, you have one superpower. Your breath. It is free. It is always with you. It is the key to staying calm, focused, and in control. Notice this. First, your breath controls your state of being. Every emotion has a rhythm attached to it. When you feel anxious, your breath is fast and shallow. When you feel calm, your breath is slow and deep. So if you want to control your emotions, start with your breath. There's more to explore. Consider breathing deeply. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for a few seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this 3 times right now and feel the shift happen. You do not always need motivation. Sometimes you just need oxygen. Second, centering yourself means returning to clarity. Let's look at this. To center yourself means to come back to your balance point. Imagine you are on a boat in a storm. Waves are high and wind is strong. But deep inside the ocean, it is calm. That calm place is your center. When life feels overwhelming, your center brings you back to balance. The fastest way to reach it is through stillness and breath. Here's what happens next. Even 60 seconds of deep breathing can lower your heart rate, reduce anxiety, improve focus, help you make better decisions, and break the cycle of overthinking. Third, use a simple breathing rule. Whenever you feel stressed, anxious, or distracted, try this approach. This connects to what comes next. Breathe in for 3 seconds. Hold for 3 seconds. Breathe out for 3 seconds. Repeat this 3 times. It takes 30 seconds but resets your nervous system. Do it before a meeting, before studying, before making a hard decision, before speaking, or before sleeping. This is not a trick. This is biology working for you. Something interesting follows. Fourth, meditation is like a gym for your mental fitness. Most people go to the gym to build muscle, but what about the mind? Your mind is constantly spinning with memories, worries, ideas, fears, and hopes. Meditation helps you observe your thoughts without being controlled by them. Keep listening. Start with 2 minutes a day. Just sit, close your eyes, and breathe slowly. Focus on your breath. When thoughts come, watch them like clouds passing by. Let them pass without following them. You do not need to stop thinking completely. You just need to stop chasing every thought that appears. Let's continue. In a world full of chaos, the strongest person is the one who can stay calm. In 2026, make this your practice. Breathe before reacting. Breathe before responding. Breathe before quitting. Breathe before speaking. Breathe before panicking. Your breath is like a remote control. Use it to change the channel of your mind. Here's more. When life feels like it is spinning too fast, come back to the center. Come back to your breath. Peace is not found somewhere outside. Peace is practiced every day. Step 9 involves creating your future self. Notice this. The biggest mistake people make in January is this. They write down goals, make resolutions, buy planners, and set deadlines. But they forget one thing. They never change their identity. Until you see yourself as someone new, you will keep repeating the old behavior. There's more to explore. You cannot act like your old self and expect a new life. You must create your future self mentally and then practice being them every day. First, understand that identity creates behavior. Many people try to change behavior alone. They say, I want to wake up earlier, I want to eat healthier, I want to speak better English, I want to stop procrastinating. Let's look at this. These are surface-level changes. Real change happens when you say, I am the kind of person who wakes up early. I am the kind of person who eats clean. I am the kind of person who speaks clearly. I am the kind of person who finishes what I start. You can see the difference here. Instead of chasing habits, build identity. When your self-image changes, your behavior changes naturally. Here's what happens next. Second, write a future self blueprint for yourself. Here is an exercise that can change your year. Take 30 minutes. Write a letter as if it is the end of 2026 from your future self. Start with, Dear, your name, I am so proud of us. We finally did it. This connects to what comes next. Then write everything you imagine. How you feel, what you have built, what you have learned, who you became, what you let go of, what you started, and what you no longer accept in your life. Make it vivid and detailed. Make it feel real. The brain believes what it can visualize clearly. You do not just need goals. You need a clear picture of the person who achieves them. Something interesting follows. Third, rehearse being your future self daily. Every single day, ask this question. What would my future self do in this moment? Would they scroll or study? Would they speak confidently or stay silent? Would they give up or try again? Then act like them. Even if it feels hard, even if it feels uncomfortable. Keep listening. This is called identity rehearsal. Actors do it for roles they play. Athletes do it for performance. You must do it for your transformation. Repetition builds character over time. Fourth, dress, speak, and behave like the person you want to be. This is not about fake confidence. It is about real alignment with your goals. Let's continue. Speak clearly even if you are still learning. Dress neatly even if you do not have expensive clothes. Stand tall even if you feel afraid. Respect your time even if others do not. Organize your day even if it feels messy at first. Show up even when motivation is gone. Here's more. These are not small things. These are identity anchors. They tell your brain, this is who I am now. Fifth, do not wait for results to act. Act as if you already have them. Many people wait for confidence, clarity, or support before starting. Notice this. Your future self does not wait. They act. So instead of waiting to feel ready, act ready now. Instead of hoping for motivation, create momentum through action. The more you act like the person you want to be, the faster you become that person. There's more to explore. You do not become your future self overnight. You become them through daily rehearsal, through one decision, one conversation, one step, and one shift in posture at a time. One refusal to quit. Each time you act like them, you get closer to becoming them. Let's look at this. In 2026, consider doing more than just setting goals. Step into your future identity and live from that place until it becomes real. You are not just here to improve. You are here to evolve into someone new. Step 10 involves being consistent to achieve your goals. Here's what happens next. Every person watching this has dreams. Maybe it is to speak fluent English. Maybe it is to start a business. Maybe it is to get fit, travel the world, or finally become confident. Here is the truth many do not want to admit. It is not talent that builds that life. It is not intelligence, money, or luck. It is consistency. This connects to what comes next. In 2026, if you do one small thing every day for 365 days, you will become unrecognizable by the end of the year. However, if you start strong and quit after 10 days, you will stay exactly where you are. That is the difference between progress and staying stuck. First, let's look at why most people fail. It is the all-or-nothing trap. Something interesting follows. They go to the gym for 3 days, then stop. They study English for 1 week, then forget about it. They start waking up early, then one bad day ruins it all. They think, I missed 1 day, I failed, I will start again next month. The truth is that consistency is not about being perfect. It is about never quitting completely. Keep listening. If you fall 7 times, get up 8. If you miss a day, come back the next day. Never let one bad day become a bad week. Never let a slow week turn into a forgotten goal. Second, progress is often boring, and that is why it works. Real progress does not feel exciting. It feels like repeating the same thing again. Let's continue. Studying when no one is watching. Showing up even when you feel tired. Not seeing instant results. Choosing discipline over quick pleasure. That is how successful people are made. Anyone can feel motivated for a day. Champions show up when no one claps for them. Consistency is silent, but its results are loud. Here's more. Third, use a simple method to build unstoppable consistency. If you struggle to stay consistent, try this approach. First 3 days, build awareness. Just track what you do. Notice what time you sleep, eat, scroll, study, and work. Do not change anything yet. Just notice your patterns. Awareness creates clarity about your habits. Notice this. Next 3 weeks, build discipline. Pick one habit. Just one. Do it every day at the same time, no matter what, even if it is small, especially if it is small. Do not focus on results yet. Focus on completing the repetitions. Next 3 months, build identity. There's more to explore. Now scale it up. Make it part of your routine. Tell people, this is who I am now. Not I am trying to speak English. Say I am someone who practices English every day. Not I want to learn. Say I am a learner. That shift in language makes you unstoppable. Fourth, track your habits, reward yourself, and repeat. Let's look at this. Use a habit tracker. Mark an X every time you complete your daily habit. Watch your chain of X's grow longer. If you break the chain, restart immediately. Do not feel bad. Do not quit. Just restart the very next day. Here's what happens next. Reward yourself weekly, not with junk food, but with joy. Take a walk in nature, enjoy a short break, watch a motivational video, or write down how far you have come. Celebration builds repetition, and repetition builds excellence. Fifth, protect your non-negotiables. This connects to what comes next. Non-negotiables are habits you never skip, even when life gets hard. Choose 3 for 2026. This could be 10 minutes of English, 30 minutes of reading, 15 minutes of walking, 5 minutes of breath work, 1 page of journaling, or no phone for 1 hour after waking. Make these your pillars. Something interesting follows. When everything else falls apart, return to your non-negotiables. They will save you from losing all progress. In 2026, stop asking how fast can I get there. Ask this instead. What can I do every day that guarantees I will not fail? Keep listening. You do not need to change your whole life in one day. You just need to keep showing up one small, strong step at a time. That is how you build momentum. That is how you overcome self-doubt. That is how you win in life. Not by doing more, but by doing less consistently. Step 11 involves one tiny step at a time. Let's continue. Everyone says they want a big life. They want to be successful. They want to be fluent in English. They want to have financial freedom. They want to be fit, strong, peaceful, and confident. However, they forget one thing. Here's more. None of that happens all at once. It happens one tiny step at a time. Not one leap forward, but one step. Not one breakthrough moment, but one decision, one habit, one choice. Repeat it until it changes your life. Let's talk about how powerful your next small step can really be. Notice this. First, stop over-planning and start taking action. Some people make giant plans. They say, I will study 5 hours a day. I will wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I will start a business this month. I will speak English like a native in 30 days. They try to change everything at once. There's more to explore. There's more to... Here is what always happens. They get excited for 2 days, then get overwhelmed, then break the streak, then feel guilty, then quit. This might sound familiar. Their plan was never realistic. The secret is not to do everything now. The secret is to do one thing today, then one thing tomorrow, then one thing after that. That is how you win. Not fast, but forever. Let's look at this. Second, start with micro wins for yourself. Your brain loves small victories. Drinking a glass of water equals a win. Making your bed equals a win. Saying one sentence in English equals a win. Studying for 10 minutes equals a win. Waking up on time equals a win. Turning off your phone equals a win. Saying no to a bad habit equals a win. Writing your to-do list equals a win. Finishing that email equals a win. Here's what happens next. Each time you finish a small task, your brain releases dopamine, a reward chemical that motivates you to keep going. One win leads to another, and soon you will have momentum. Third, stack tiny habits into routines. This connects to what comes next. Let's say you want to build a morning routine. Consider starting small instead of planning 2 hours. Start with this. 1. Wake up and drink a glass of water. 2. Make your bed. 3. Sit silently for 2 minutes. 4. Speak one sentence in English out loud. 5. Write one sentence about your goal. 6. Read one paragraph of a book. Something interesting follows. Total time is less than 10 minutes. However, the identity impact is massive. You have already hydrated, organized, practiced discipline, trained your mind, spoken English, thought about your goals, and read something positive. That is how tiny steps build a powerful life. Keep listening. No one becomes powerful by taking giant leaps forward. They become powerful by taking tiny steps and never stopping. In 2026, consider being consistent, focused, and patient instead of trying to be a superhero. Do one thing today, and when that is done, do one more thing. Let's continue. You will look back in December and smile. You will realize I did not change in one moment. I changed one tiny step at a time. Step 12 involves trusting a higher plan. This final step is very important. Here's more. No matter how many goals you write, how perfect your routine is, or how powerful your vision becomes, there will still be times when life does not make sense. When your plans fail, when your progress feels invisible, when your hard work is not rewarded, or when everything feels slow, silent, or unfair. Notice this. In those moments, consider remembering this. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. Your effort is seen. Your tears are recorded. Your growth is being built silently. Even when you do not feel it, you just need to trust the process. First, let go of the illusion of complete control. There's more to explore. You can control your actions, not always the outcome. You can control your attitude, not always the timing. You can control your work, not always the reward. Some of you will give your 100% and still not get the result you want immediately. That does not mean it is over. That means something bigger might be being prepared for you. Let's look at this. What feels like a delay is often protection. What feels like a no might be a not yet. Consider not rushing the blessing. Prepare for it instead. Second, keep working even in the silence. When a seed is planted, you do not see growth for weeks. However, underground, things are changing. Here's what happens next. The roots are forming, the structure is building. It is the same with your life. You might not see results yet, but something inside you is already changing. Your focus is stronger. Your mindset is sharper. Your discipline is growing. Your energy is improving. Your heart is healing. When the time is right, the breakthrough comes. However, this only happens if you did not quit during the silence. This connects to what comes next. Third, pray then move forward. Prayer is not the end of your action. It is the beginning of it. Consider not just sitting and hoping. Pray for strength and then act. Pray for wisdom and then choose. Pray for direction and then move your feet forward. Something interesting follows. Faith without action is empty. However, action without faith can be exhausting. You need both working together. In 2026, let your strategy be backed by spirit. Let your work be guided by wisdom. Fourth, look for the signs around you. Keep listening. Sometimes the plan does not come in a voice you hear. It comes in a person who inspires you, a book that changes your mindset, a video that speaks to your heart, a failure that redirects your life, a delay that humbles your ego, or a small win that builds your belief. Higher guidance does not always shout, it whispers. If you are present, patient, and humble, you will hear it. Let's continue. Your story is not finished yet. Your future is not written by your past. Your life is not hopeless, even if you have been through pain. You have made it this far, not by accident. Here's more. You have survived things others never knew about. You have kept going when most would have quit. You have grown in silence. Now it is time to rise with faith. Work like it depends on you. Pray like it depends on something greater. Trust this. Notice this. 2026 will not be perfect. However, it will be divinely timed for your growth. You do the planting. Let the universe handle the rain. This is your year. Not because it is easy, not because you are lucky, but because you have decided this time I will not quit on myself. Not again. Not this year. There's more to explore. Now take the first step forward. Remember, we are here to help you grow, learn, and improve your English too. Consider subscribing and sharing this video with someone who needs it. Let's make 2026 a powerful year of your life together. See you in the next one.